From the Great British Bake Off to writing books, and now doing stand-up comedy gigs. Well, not quite. I think you're raising more dough than laughs at the stand.
Yes, indeed. Yes. Yeah.
James Morton.
Thank you very much, Peb.
What can I say? That was a great intro.
That was the best intro I perhaps have ever had, and the most surprising one. Didn't know you were going to come out with that.
Well, you're going to be performing at the Stand Comedy Club on the 7th and 8th of December, so does this involve a barrel of laughs?
No, actually. Well, hopefully you'll come out laughing a wee bit. It is designed to be quite a light-hearted gig. So yeah, we're doing the Edinburgh stand on the 7th and the Glasgow stand on the 8th, and they're both going to be kind of daytime shows showing everyone who comes how to make bread, how to make Christmas bread, and how to get the best out of their ovens at Christmas time.
An unusual venue, but you're also performing at Glasgow's Oran as well, aren't you? Is that on the 15th of December?
Yes, on the 15th, yes. I'm doing downstairs in Oran. And actually, although you say it's an unusual venue, I think the stand is perfect, both of them, because they're wee and they're intimate. And being able to get right up there and see what's going on is, I think, very important.
They can smell the food as you're preparing it.
Yes. We'll have bread baking on the site.
Now we're in the kitchens here at Daily Record HQ today, and you're going to show me a simple recipe for scones, aren't you, in between our chat?
Yes, I'm a big fan of scones. Scones are actually, not many people think of scones as a bread, but that's what they are. They are a bread. They're one of the simplest breads, and they're an unleavened bread made simply just with self-raising flour. And these scones have just 3 ingredients: self-raising flour, a wee bit of fat or butter, or whatever this is, and a wee bit of milk. And that's all you need for scones. You don't need eggs.
You're on your way.
You don't need sugar. That's it.
No sugar either?
You don't need it. It depends how savoury or sweet your tooth is.
Oh, of course, because you can make everything from cheese scones to plain scones to raisin scones.
Yes, absolutely. You can customise a recipe however you like.
Now, obviously, we last saw you on our TV screens on the Great British Bake Off about a year ago. Is that
over a year ago now, yeah.
And since then, what's life been like for you?
Busy. Life's been very busy. It's been interesting. I've been writing a book.
A very nice book it is too.
It's very nice, thank you. No, it's seriously, it's quite good. And I've written that book. There's been a lot of work promoting that. Been doing shows all over the place. We've been doing more TV, more, all the media. I've been writing for the Sunday Mail, obviously. And I've actually just started my second book.
So what do we need to do with these scones then? What's the first step for us?
Scones are dead easy. The first thing I'm going to ask you to do the best task, which is to grease our tin.
Okay.
So there you are. Just take that and rub it all over.
Okay, now normally I would imagine, would you have maybe a bit of greaseproof paper here? Would you just use your hands?
I just use my hands.
Really?
There's anything wrong with that.
So get right stuck in, really?
Right
it's quite messy. We're pouring out the flour, and do we have a measurement here? Do you go by measurements? Or
I do tend to go by measurements. I think the best thing, if you want good baking, well done. If you want good, consistent baking, the thing you need to do is measure your ingredients. 500 grams.
Right, okay. 500 grams.
And the best investment you can make at home is a set of electronic scales. They're absolutely brilliant, and they'll tell you to the gram if you're right. And then we're just going to put in a wee bit of butter. You don't need much. The success or the failure of your scones isn't going to depend on how much butter you put in.
Right, okay.
So we're just going to add a wee bit like that.
We're going to get messy again.
Would you like to get messy?
Yeah, fine. Go.
Well,
you do.
No,
I want to watch the master.
You get in too. I'll show you how to rub in.
Okay.
So to rub in, it's just like making a pastry.
Okay.
So you get 2 handfuls like that.
Okay.
And then you've got to imagine your 4 fingers as a washboard. And you've got to use your thumbs to wash your butter and your flour against. So now we're going to add...
Jazz hands.
So this is 250 mils of milk. I tend to actually weigh my liquids.
Right, okay.
Because it's much more accurate.
Good.
Are we going to trust Graham's dairies?
I think we should. You would think you could. We'll have the man from Graham's going, yep, definitely.
That's 250. Well done, Graham's.
Excellent.
So we're going to add all that.
So how much flour do we have in there?
So we've got 500 of flour, and we've got 250 of milk.
250 of milk.
We're going to explore one of my biggest rules of scones, and indeed all baking. The wetter is better, so we're just going to add a wee bit extra. And then we're just going to mix it together.
Brilliant. And you don't need an electronic blender or anything like that?
No. The only thing, really, that it helps to have an electronic whisk is from meringues. That's it.
Right, okay.
All the rest, it's...
And you're just folding it in here, aren't you, as well?
Basically, what we're doing is we're just mixing it until it comes together into a dough. A wet dough. You want a wet dough. And see, it's just come together, and that's what we're after. And we're just going to keep bringing it with our hands a wee bit until it's a rough lump.
Okay.
See that? So it's now into a lump, and now we're going to spread some flour.
And this is a wet dough. What's a dry dough? Just by...
A dry dough, you'll find it's much drier. See, it's dry on the outside, but if I was to keep working that outside flour in there, it would just become sticky and stick to my hands. Basically, we're just working it minimally so it stays together.
Stays fresh.
And then we're using loads and loads of flour, as you can see here.
Yep.
I'm just going to put that on top. Okay, and we're just going to smooth that out, and it's already sticking to my hands. And what we're going to do, see, it's quite messy, but in a satisfying way.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm just going to fold that over so it's got flour on top. And this folding means you don't actually need to knead it.
Okay, so just keep folding it.
Just fold it only just a couple of times, and that's us.
God, that was quick.
That's us ready. That's scones.
That's it?
That's it. So you
Okay.
make scones, and now you just cut it
So
out.
how many will we get out of that then?
This will, because we're going for quite thick ones,
Yes.
as you should, you know.
This is good.
Do you want to?
Yes, I shall do a little bit. Is there a technique to putting the cutter a particular way, or
No,
do you
just as close to the
Okay.
previous cutter. I'll have a drink of milk whilst I'm here.
There we go. Brilliant. So you get quite a few out of this.
Yeah, you get
And it
quite a
does
few.
take just literally minutes.
Just literally minutes, and you know, get your value flour from your local supermarket, and this will cost you no more than, you know, 30p. What you do is you leave them for 10 minutes now, and that gives the baking powder a wee chance to work.
So it's time to put them in the oven.
Yep.
How long will this take?
Just 15 minutes or so. They'll be absolutely fine.
Brilliant. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Can't wait. I'll get the jam and the cream ready.
Yes.
So in the meantime, so this stand thing
Yeah.
that you're doing in the Oran More thing, is this the start of you going out on the road to do more cookery shows?
Well, it's an interesting question. I would like to keep doing as many as I can. I've got some lined up for the new year already in bigger venues, and I've done a few. Like I did the Fringe, and I've done Dundee Food and Flour, and I've done actually quite a lot of shows across the UK. And in fact, I'm going down tomorrow night to go and do some more down in Birmingham. And it's something I enjoy, and a lot of the bigger venues, you get to meet a lot of very enthusiastic people that are just great to chat to.
Yes.
And it's just the only thing that's limiting me, I suppose, is time. You know,
with your studies,
Yeah.
I mean, will there come a point where you'll have to choose between one or the other? Do you think, or do you think you'll always manage
No, I don't think entirely. I think I'll have to be more medicine focused when I graduate, and I've actually been paid to go to a job, and that'll definitely take all precedence. There'll be no time for baking when I should be working, but yeah, I'll just keep doing both until then.
Sure. So let's see
Let's see.
the big reveal.
Oh, it's hot. That'll be fine. That'll be good.
Ta-da!
Now
Now
it's
they
stuck.
look amazing. Well, they've risen well. I like the wee funny one in the middle.
Yeah, a wee
there
funny
that
one
we-
in the middle. I like that. I like that a lot.
That we go. Oh, that's got personality.
Yeah.
And they're nice. They're kind of they're slightly brown,
Brown
but
on
they're
the bottom.
not.
Good. That's exactly what we're looking for. They're very like if you've ever been to Shetland, ever had
Right,
bannocks, then
Okay.
these scones without sugar are more like bannocks, made with
Very
milk
nice.
and
So
butter.
what would you put with them now, just to complete the whole thing?
Well, you could have anything. I quite like them
Smell delicious.
I quite like just using them as a general all-purpose carb. So cheese or jam or butter or cream, anything you like, you can put inside them. You can make wee sandwiches, wee canapes. So if we just
And this
break
is the
that
thing. I
open.
mean, carbs get such a bad kind of press, don't they? But in Scotland at this time of year, you need a bit of carb, don't you?
Absolutely.
It's hot, but
Mm.
right, I'm going to put jam
You can put
and
jam.
cream on them.
All
I
that.
can't wait to make something else with you. What are we going to do next time? Something from the new book?
Ah, yeah, cake or something. Macaroons, maybe.
Oh, you've just revealed what the book's about.
Oh, it's not. No. I would never write a cake book.
Okay.
Cool. Well, thank you for having
Brilliant.
me.
Thank you. I think some people are going to be very happy upstairs now.